Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Mickey Down Under. Mickey and Pluto happened to head down to Australia, and pretty much Australia. Yes, this is an animated short from 1948, so it's probably not going to go into a whole lot of detail. It's meant to be amusing to children of that era, usually before a bigger film that they happen to be seeing in the theaters. There was no Disney Plus. Nobody was watching this at home. There was no televisions to watch this at home. No. So in this case, a lot of people didn't know a ton about Australia necessarily. They fought in the war. There were some Australians, yeah, sure. But hey, let's introduce people to Australia. What do we know about Australians? Well, they got boomerangs. They got emus and ostriches. I'm not sure which one this is, which one they're depicting. They didn't really make that clear. It's just... Anyway, it's pretty much boiled down to Pluto getting into conflict with a almost seemingly a living boomerang, and Mickey attempting to steal an egg, and then facing the consequences when the ostrich or emu is not really, cool with that. So it's 6 minutes long. Like I said, 1948. It says 7 minutes long, 6-7 minutes. But it's honestly, it's Pinto Colvig and James McDonald. Pinto is Pluto and James is Mickey, and that's pretty much all you got there voice-wise. The animation, I don't think they bothered to spend a whole lot of time going, hey, what are we going to make Australia look like? They're out in the woods. Let's maybe reuse some backgrounds of other jungle locations, trees and land and maybe water here and there. They didn't really go into a whole lot of detail. But what's really important is that you got Mickey and you got Pluto and you have conflict with nature and the hilarity that comes out of it, and that's cool. That's what it is. That's what these vintage cartoons don't need to be anything more complicated. They're fun, and maybe they'll introduce you to some things you may have never seen before. What is an emu? I've never seen an ostrich before. They're not the same thing, but might make you curious about boomerangs too. Do they really come back, and why? And are they alive? What's going on? Also, in this, I did learn that there was an emu war. When I was Googling things, yeah, there was an emu war in Australia right after World War II or World War One. After one of the Great Wars. Wars do not make one great. After one of the Great Wars, and soldiers were getting land, and then there was lots of nuisance emus running around, and they had to fight them. So there's more to it than that. But hey, you can do your research yourself. The more you know. Can't really tell you much more about it. Just sit back and enjoy it. And as I say, with every single one of these classic vintage animated shorts that come out of Disney, go watch them all. Go sit down, find a rainy day in the next few weeks, months this fall, curl up with cocoa or pumpkin spice, whatever, and blow a sundae or whatever time you get to relax. Just go through all the classic things with you alone or the kids, or just enjoy it and enjoy where everything came from. We would not have Disney Plus. We would not have Disneyland. We would not have any of the parks or shows or channels or anything else without the adventures of Mickey, Donald, Pluto, Goofy, Minnie, Daisy, and all the others. Clarabelle. We wouldn't have any of these kind of things without these vintage cartoons out of the heart and mind of Disney and UB and all the other people at Disney Animation way back in the day. And there's a section that you can find all this on Disney Plus. Just run through them all. There's a lot, and there's probably more to come. There's been more being added all this quarter. Since July, there's been a bunch being added. Some will never make it to Disney Plus. You know why. And some are just, taking their time. So anyway, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
478.
478. That's almost at the very end of the list. 478. Oop, oh, we got? Oh, wow. You got 2 shorts in a row. And this one is a Pixar Spark short. It might be, I don't know if we have too many more of these, but we'll see. This one is simply called Wind. Wind, a Pixar Spark short. Yeah? That's all we got. Pretty simple. So I'll see you back here tomorrow. Wind, Pixar Spark short on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.